Hi, I'm Claire and this is my husband Nick. We met in an online chat room in 2001 and ended up getting married in 2006. We're a fairly normal, hard-working couple. We love travelling and enjoying a drink or two. In early 2020, we decided we wanted a whole new life-changing challenge. So we said goodbye to our jobs. We sold our Wiltshire farmhouse. We packed up our things and made the move to France. In early 2001, I went back to the UK to finalise our house sale and pick up my Aga. I was on Facebook on an Escape to the Chateau fan club page when I saw this advert. I messaged Nick the advert. Curiosity got the better of him and he went and arranged a viewing. With the instructions from me, I trust your judgment. If you think I'll like it, put in an offer. The offer was accepted and we finally got the keys on the 10th of June 2021. Join us and our dogs, Merlot and Flora, as we renovate our maison de maitre. It's a Saturday night and we've decided to come out to Royan Christmas Market to try and feel a bit Christmassy because it's not feeling very Christmassy at the moment. They've just put restrictions on people coming over from England to France, so unfortunately your parents can't come over anymore, which is a bit of a bummer.
So to Mum and Dad, this is what we could have been doing.
Yay!
Got ourselves some Van Sword. Yay! Just waiting for the fireworks to start, which should be happening any moment now.
It's a Saturday and I'm back to making mince pies for work this week, but I have actually got to the point where I am fed up with this. I actually think that this oven is older than me. It's fan assisted, it's just... So rather than me getting frustrated and annoyed with this stupid oven in our kitchen, my wonderful husband finally pulled out of storage one of my old restaurant ovens. It's not that old. And he's managed to get it to work on French electric. So over Christmas, I now actually have a proper oven. Fair enough, it's not a small one, but it really does work well. So she's working. It's nice to see it working again. It's nice to have it on again. Yes, that is it in comparison to a microwave. It's commercial and it's going to make Christmas a lot more easier. The only thing that I am worried is it's going to overload the electric system in the house. I've only done this once and it was interesting walking around in the dark. There we go, and they're in.
I'm driving somewhere to pick up a hot water tank that Claire has found online, second hand, fairly new but really good price, and I've just got to this absolutely stunning road and I just had to take a little video to show you. It's -2 out there, so it's frosty, but isn't that gorgeous? How wonderful. Well, I just stopped for a quick cup of coffee. Thought I'd just film around. Absolutely enormous wind turbine. The sun is trying to break through without a loss of success at the moment. Absolutely freezing.
This is a memo. Please can you stop, both of you, stop eating the kitchen sponges. No more sponges. Thank you. One of the other things that I'm actually quite good at doing is making Christmas wreaths. So I've been outside and I've got to load more branches off of the tree, and I'm making a wreath for a lady at work. I'll show you the other one that I did, which is now on our front door, and it's really nice. It lights up at night. I've now got everything, all of my foliage bunched up into little bunches, and I'm now going to attach them to the main ring of the wreath. I've gone around my wreath in a full circle, and what I'm now going to do, I'm going to tie all of this together so it holds together better for a start. So now you've attached everything to the outside and you've given the outside of the wire, or the outside of the ring, some support by tying the wire around. You should have something like this. And it should be pretty firm. So your next decision is what's going to be the top and what's going to be the bottom. I'm going to go for the bottom here because there's a couple of bits hanging down, and I'm going to go for the top bit here. So the next thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to flip the whole thing over, and I'm going to take some ribbon. Now, I know that this lady's colour scheme is red and gold. Well, the first thing I want to do is make something for this to hang off of. So now we have one red hanger to hang it on the door. It's quite heavy. So I've got one end of the room which is kind of just dedicated to my crafty rubbish tat, and I've got a box here which I keep anything to do with lighting bits, so any fairy lights, solar lights. I usually buy them in the January sales, and I'll keep a little stash of them. So for this wreath, I've found some warm white copper lights, and I'm just going to plug them in, put some batteries in them, and then I'm going to wrap them around the outside of the wreath. So now this is where we're up to. You've got the wreath, you've got the battery pack hidden around the back, and you've got the door hanger. And the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put it down. I'm going to leave the lights on so I know where I'm going. It's like a rough guide. And the next thing I have some dehydrated oranges that I made with a dehydrator earlier on this year. They smell really nice. And I've also got some cinnamon sticks. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take the oranges and the cinnamon sticks, and I'm going to twine them together to make decorations for the actual front of the wreath. And I've made, this is my 4th this year. I've made one for us, I've made one for my employer as a gift, I've made one for my lovely mother, and this is the final one for a lady who I work with. Just to make it a little bit more Christmassy, I've added some curly ribbon. So they look like this, and they're on wires. Now I'm going to look where the sides of the wreath are, and I'm just going to attach them. If I can find the wire. So now you've attached the oranges, and you hold it up, and you've got something like this. Don't want to run too far away, or if you can see, but there we go. And now to finish, I've got some lovely red satin ribbon, and I'm just going to tie it in a bow around the bottom. The table's messy because I've been using this as a wrapping and wreath table all week. And there we go, one completed illuminated Christmas wreath.
So one of the things about this large house is that it's not connected to the main sewage. You've seen me taking out a pipe in the cellar which was connected to a septic somewhere in the front garden, which we haven't found yet. So that's going to be an adventure for another day. But we're going to get the house connected to the sewage of the village. This guy that we know through Clare's work, who will be a lot quicker at doing it than me, and he's got the toys, and that's what we've had delivered this today. So let's watch him dig the trenches and put the pipe in and everything. So now we have a big trench in the garden, which will allow the pipe to go from the house down where he's just cutting through our main sewage pipe. So he's now connected the pipe to the main outward flow, routing it around the garden towards the house. He's putting in a little bit there towards the laundry when we put the bathroom in there, and teeing left at that point towards the house. A couple of points for rodding that he's putting in, which aren't actually long, and I think he'll be at the point where he can fill in the trenches again. Easy, got a nice big machine. And now the trench is being filled in. A layer of sand around the pipe. Now all the material that was dug out of the hole can be put back in. It remains to be seen how much left over we'll have. Those concrete things are for going around the pipe. He's going to go and get a cover for them. So that'll be our access for wadding if ever required. Hopefully not, but if it is, we have it. Just before the final amount of fill is put back in, he's got some blue mesh to put over the pipe, so if anyone is digging in the future, it'll be a warning to them that there is a pipe underneath, and to either stop what they're doing or go very carefully. So all the extra bits are being loaded up into his truck. He's going to take them away for me. How nice. So here we are, it's all finished. Got the house there and the laundry both connected to the pipe that is somewhere underneath the ground here. Just curves round towards this manhole where it joins into the main outflow, so shortly we'll be able to install toilets in the big house.
It's Sunday the 26th of December, also known as Boxing Day to, I think, English people. I don't know about French or Canadians or Americans. I'm having a day off. I'm knackered. I've got a glass of champagne and I'm just editing this week's video. I've done quite a lot at work this week. My longest day was about 14 hours. I worked Christmas Day. I made sure everyone was fed. There was some really nice starters. I cooked an incredible amount of turkey for main courses. And I managed to leave work about 3 o'clock to come home and have our family Christmas. Of course, sadly, with the restrictions, Nick's parents couldn't be here, but we did have my mum and dad, Barbara and Mike, for Christmas Day. Didn't do a lot of videos on Christmas Day itself, but I did, of course, take some pictures. my aim is to sit here for the rest of the day and not move very far at all. On Christmas Day we had roast beef at home. French beef, it's not really that great, I don't think. They don't mature or age the beef. But we managed to find a supermarket with a beef aging cave. And we had roast Côte de Boeuf last night for our Christmas dinner. It was fantastic, and we've got some beef left over, so every now and then we're going through to the kitchen and we're just having a little nibble on the leftovers of beef. The dogs, of course, have got the beef bones and they're having a lovely time chewing them. It's really nice and cosy in here. I've got the TV on and I'm just watching a bit of Battle Royale. It's going to be a nice day. Nice and cosy. No need to move. So we've now made it from the living room into the kitchen.
And we're here because it's wine of the week again. And well, we didn't have cheese and biscuits after Christmas dinner yesterday because we were all so full up. So here's what we would have had yesterday. And rather than having a wine, well, technically it is a wine, it's a fortified wine. It's port. Port comes from Portugal. It's red, it's heavy, it's very rich.
I think I picked this one up in Asda back in the UK for about £7 a bottle. And we don't actually have any port glasses that are out at the moment. They're all in storage. So we're having to use these goblety tumblers instead.
Bit larger than you'd normally have, but there we go. What's the problem with that, eh?
Aye.
Here you are, dear.
Thank you, dear.
That's all you're allowed.
Oh.
There is more in the bottle.
Oh, good.
So this one, for anyone unaware, it reads Cockburns, but it's, I think, pronounced Coburns. Special reserve. And how is it?
Porty.
Porty.
You try it.
I will.
So this evening for dinner we're also having the cheese that we were going to have on Christmas Day, which we're looking forward to. We'll be walking back and forth from the living room to the kitchen for most of the evening.
There we go. Very nice. I'd like some cheese.
So thanks for watching.
And thank you to all of our friends and family who've sent us Christmas cards. They're really appreciated. It's been fun going to the post box and finding something in it every day for the last few weeks.
And thank you to everyone who sent Christmas wishes on Facebook and email, and yeah, we've had a really nice Christmas, and we're looking forward to New Year week next week.
Yeah, so we'll see you next week, next year.
Yeah.
In the meantime,
if you've enjoyed watching, please hit the like button. If you're new, please hit the subscribe button, and you can also find us on
Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and our website,
which is www.theexpatbutchers.com. And we'd like to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas. Cheers.
Cheers.
Merry Christmas.